So we are going to do some ranked here, though. Dawn of Hope is gems and kind of bomby, although it's bomby in somewhat of a Selesnya vein, if you know what I mean. Like, this isn't a fantastic Boros card, but you'll still play it in Boros. It can give Boros some reach if you have Hawks especially, but it's a self-contained combo, so pretty straightforward to take that one, I think. Hold on, though. I want to get my view back where I can see how y'all are voting. Oh, and also let's change my view. There you go. All right, I got my view changed before somebody said anything. Hey, Bo1. No rare in this one. Best card, probably Status Statue, but not particularly where I want to be. We could, however, hedge that way. Like if we wheel a Rosemane Centaur, we could actually end up in a kind of a, what do you call that? Abzan, you know, green, black, white is a way you can end up here. It's obviously not where I usually end up, but you could. What do you all like here? Yeah, we'll just take the best card. I'm with you. See what happens. Now we have uncommon print run to check out. So let's check in on that. And my intel says Boros Challenger is missing from this pack. What does that tell us about what we want to do here? Maybe tells us that Dawn of Hope is not where we're going to end up. If we're getting cut on that, we could take Command the Storm as a monocolored powerful card, or just Hypothesizzle as probably the best card in the pack. I'm seeing another Rosemane, though, and that does make me think that we could come around and go in that. Like, this is the best card, but how much do we hate green in this format, right? How much? Maybe not enough to abandon both of these picks for a Hypothesizzle. And with these looking like they may wheel, let's do it. Let's see what we can do on the Selesnya front if it keeps flowing here, which it almost always does, is the thing. Because it's not that great. We seem to be heading that direction. I'm not interested really in the World Soul Colossus. We can get that on the wheel maybe. League Guildmage or Sunhome Stalwart are the missing possible uncommons here. We can take a Wood Shaper, but even though it replaces itself, it's pretty underwhelming. I'm going to take the Siege Worm and we'll try and wheel that. And I don't even know if we play it if we do. Oh my god, I'm sitting here getting into Selesnya. What's happening to me? What's going on here? Look, there's a Hypothesizzle. Let's just forget the... Here, let's just take the Hypothesizzle. Oh. What am I doing? We probably shouldn't, though. Yeah, this is Crater Maker and Stalwart have been taken here. So, or Crater Maker or Stalwart. So we can see that Boros is really being picked heavily upstream. So we want to avoid that. Hey, thank you for the 4-month sub. I appreciate that. McShip. At least that's how I decided to say your name. Selesnya is not that bad, but it's pretty weak. It's pretty not where you want to be-ish. Hunted Witness, like taking Hunted Witness over Hypothesizzle just crushes my soul a little bit. And also, again, we're fighting with a Boros deck upstream. Ugh. Maybe. All right. Fine. Some people do want the Sizzle, but I just think, yeah, I guess maybe this is this is maybe signally. Sizzle at pick 5. We're not giving up much to take it. So this is about opportunity cost. I'm going to take the Sizzle on the tiny chance, on the small chance that Is it keeps flowing. And we'll see. So we didn't give up too much to do this. Probably just taking another Flower Flourish. Utopia. Here's a gate that we wouldn't mind. But we'll take this and try and actually go wide here, I guess. But look at this. See, I mean, I think we're going to find that we could have been, is it? Like, oh, are you sure? Like, Boros is really being taken? What is this doing here? Could even do, we could go Boros Splash Sizzle at this point. Come on. What are you telling us, bots? We're trying to listen. Huh. Hard switch for science. Giving up all of that? What do we take here then? You want the command? There's some support for Lurcher. Just go in on the Obzon. All right, we'll take another speculative pick here and try and figure this out. But this is weird. And here we should probably just take this. Like, if there had been something Sizzle-like here, then I think I want it. But this is the choice, though. I think we have to figure this out here. Like, it's, if we take Electromancer over Dissident, you're kind of saying we want to do that because maybe not. Whatever. We could still even back off from the Electromancer. I just don't know. Dissident's a strong card, and I think we're about to get the Selesnya hookup is the thing. I'm going to stick with the guns on Selesnya because I think we're about to get Rosemane Centaurs and other good stuff. If we take this and the things like Rosemane and whatnot don't come back around, then I'm with you. We'll abandon this and go back. Fnatic Guru, it almost never works for me, though. Like this, I haven't been... I don't think I've... You can go look at my spreadsheet, but I can't remember the last time I've played green in GRN. It just doesn't happen much. But it may be a trap, but I think it's a trap we have to set here. So this is bad, though, because like there was a Rosemane here that's not here anymore, so that makes me sad. We're going to take a Guild Gate, though, over the black side of this. Oh, here's a Rosemane that came back around. Maybe I was off on where they were. This is great to see. And we'll take a Wood Shaper. Wood Shaper. I guess we're play a Collar. And I like an Urban Utopia if we're going to try and be black. I don't like it, but I think I like it over a random 3. Although we don't even have a random 3. Maybe we do just want a random 3. I thought there were 2 Centaurs that went back to back. But yeah, maybe it was just... I was thinking of the second pack, so maybe it came back. Yeah. Well, we have a chance for glory. Hard to pass up 40 gems, even when you're playing on the paid account, but we can. Again, this is more money than time, so this account cares less for gem grind. But we could do the gem grind and take 40 gems, or add to our actual deck with probably a Stalwart. Good with the Dawn of Hope tokens, and hopefully we get Healer's Hawks, but it's like Healer's Hawk or Stalwart, and I think we go Stalwart. I'm excited. Like, I'm not. I work. My first real job. Well, actually, my first job was working at a Baskin Robbins when I was 16. But my first job that I got because I knew something other people didn't was in a comic book store. And so I have obviously great fondness for superheroes and comics and all that stuff. But I'm not just overhyped on anything. I'm just happy to go see it and enjoy it. I forget I barely remember what happened. And there's these complicated arcs and I'm just like, show me the Hulk punching stuff. That's cool. 30 something flavors. All right. Anyway, yeah, we'll take the stalwart and keep going here. Sorry for pausing there so long. This isn't looking good. Like, what? What are we supposed to do with this? I guess we set up a possible red splash. I mean, I'm a how much do my kids care? Like, my daughter is deep into the Marvel Universe stuff and cannot wait to go see this. So probably just going to go opening weekend. But we usually do. So one of the premier movie theaters in Seattle is Cinerama. And my family is largely a bunch of night owls. I used to be a night owl. Now I'm kind of a morning guy, but we all have the capability of staying up really late. So we usually do like the 10:50 showing of the big blockbuster movie at Cinerama, because then we get opening weekend, amazing theater, good seats. We just have to stay up late. PAX Favor is going to wheel, though, is the thing. I'm going to take Guildgate, and we'll try and wheel PAX Favor. Night of Autumn, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Unfortunately, we got to pass these, but I think maybe we even just want Luminous Bonds more than Night of Autumn. This is a pretty flexible card, though. Although mostly it's just a 4/3 for 3. That tends to be how you use it. So maybe I'm just getting caught up in the rarity symbol there. And the better card is actually Bonds or Rock Charger. Hard to... Since they're all pretty powerful, though, this is nice for the Gem EV. Nah, rares don't wheel. Rares never wheel. We'll take it. Playable rares never wheel. There are a handful of just garbage rares that sometimes wheel. I guess we take the big old flyer. And here we take the small old flyer over big old flyer number 2. Oh, there's a beetle, which does some stuff. And we're low on 2, so you could make an argument for the beetle, actually. But Parhelion Patrol is just much better. So I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, Fanatic is disappointed in Star Wars movies. I mean, maybe I just have successfully managed to lower my expectations. I mean, I don't love any, like... None of the Star Wars stuff has been a deeply emotional, moving experience for me. But all of them have had great popcorn flick type stuff going on that's made me happy. There's been a lot of like, what? Like, I can't believe... Spoilers if you haven't, you gotta be caught up in Star Wars by now, right? But like, when Leia gets ejected into space or whatever and doesn't, like, that was your... Carrie Fisher's dead. That was a beautiful moment. They could have had Carrie's death be, impact me. Like, anyway, and then they kind of threw that scene away. So there's a lot of disappointing stuff like that in the movies for me. But at the end of the day, like, I go and I like the romp. It's an action-packed romp. Like, the special effects alone are worth seeing in these movies. I enjoyed Solo. Solo was ridiculous. It basically said that everything we ever knew of Han and Chewie happened in one weekend, but I still loved it. It was fun. Like, and people hated that movie, but I shouldn't say I loved it. I liked it. That's what I mean. My kind of baseline for all this stuff is I like it. I'll go see any superhero movie and I generally like it, but I just don't invest emotionally too much in it. All right. Yeah, we'll take the shield mate here. She died after the movie was released. I thought that was the production hadn't finished. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Regardless, even if Carrie Fisher, forget the actress and her unfortunate passing, I think it was a great movie moment that they could have had in the passing of Leia, and they didn't take it. Yeah, this is about companions versus the gate. And we're not doing too much with the companions if we were to take that, so I'm down with solidifying our mana a bit more here. And we'll take a Rosemane here. There's a World Soul, but again, I just don't like this card and would rather have a fresh-faced recruit. Yeah, but Selesnya is always open, right? So, and here we did Wheel the Pack's Favor. And this is best of one, so I don't want two callers. I'm not sure we're playing 3, but I'll take it. And still an uncommon here. That's funny. We'll take a Worm. Yeah, that's interesting, Valhallis. Go right for Hollywood. I guess, yeah, I mean, most people, this doesn't really do what you want in this format. Maybe we play that. Maybe I should have taken the Aura, but I don't really play those if I can help it. Rewarded! Can we take this? Should we rare draft, or should we take the Sprouting Renewal? Alright, let's instantly make this deck about that. Oh no, you can't change that yet? Not yet. Now what? Does March of the Multitudes change anything? Do we want to move in on that with Swarm Companions and try and do something on that front? There's a Woodshaper here, I guess is... Yeah, maybe Might of the Masses is actually a pick. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is a fine pick. Kind of just slid by me. It's weird, I'm not used to looking at green cards. It's so weird to like, oh yeah, like I care about this. Conclave Guildmage over 40 gems? This is hard for me. I know this is correct for our EV. I'm doing it! I know this is the paid account, but that's just too good. It's really hard to pass mythics for me when they are worth 40 gems. And Harpooner is nice here. Plaza. Take some ramp. Add to the red splash that we are not currently splashing anything for. Oh yeah, here I can do make that change. Thank you. We'll get everything set here. Record is also 0-0, of course. All right, back to this. Where do we land here? I'll just go with chat. Yeah, we're all over the place because this is all a bunch of whatever stuff. We did have this status statue, and if we take the Gateway Plaza and luck into like one more one black guild gate, we would play that. We could also take the route as fixing for that. Here, yeah, we have we have a handful of 3-drops. These aren't really 3-drops. We have 2 3-drops, I would say. But I'm still going to take the Plaza over weak 3s. We could take this as a 3 if we want that. And I don't want more wood. Like, we are a bit crowded at 4. Let's take a Sworn Companions. And then we can at least get pretty reliable Rosemanes on at least 4. Prey Upon seems good here. We don't have much removal, so take the Prey Upon. Hitchclaw, Ramp, Fixing, or another Wood Shaper. We can look at Curve again on this one. Trouble is, like, see, Rosemanes are really kind of 4s. This would hope to be a 4. This goes more over here. This doesn't really count for anything. Maybe Hitchclaw, because it's a decent 3. Seems to be where people were at, voting-wise. I guess we would play that. Over that, at least. Take a look. Alright, take another Wood Shaper there. Hey, it's the thing you don't, like... Here's the tragedy of Selesnya, this card. I think of all the great uncommons and all the other guilds. How could they make this Selesnya's... Ugh, come on, Wizards. You knew this was garbage. How could you... Ugh. Yeah, I'll take a Pack Beast, but I'm not going to play it. You got Siege Worm and 1 Vigor Spore Worm already and a Flight, so we don't need this big stuff. We'll take Urban Utopia just in case, but I don't think we're playing that either. Here's a 3 we might play. And a late one of those, and probably just, yeah. All right, 120 on the grind, not bad, especially since we weren't even really trying hard. Just catching up on my numbers here. 0 gems, gem prize, 120 on the grind. This is right. Draft. White. Well, not usually finding ourselves here, but we do have a lot of cuts to make. Let's look at our numbers here first. 2012. Maybe cutting the collar. I guess we don't have a lot of removal. Maybe we'll play the 1. Not playing that. Not playing that. I'll put this as a short list cut, like these. We'll play Might over Pack's Favor. In fact, I think we'll do that. Not playing that. Not playing that. Flower, this could be a 16 lander, so we're effectively at, we need kind of 3 cuts, because we can go 16 flower, flower is our mana base. To that end, let's put these over here. Maybe cut one of these. Kind of putting that in the 5 drops. Yeah, thank you. Cut Boros Gate and Plaza. And I could use a little bio break, so I'm going to go do that while you guys scan the rest of this. Here's our numbers again. We're at 18-8. And we get to cut 1 land. I guess we cut a forest, actually. And so we have 2 more cuts to make from this. Oh, there's 4x Wood Shaper. Yeah, we can at least cut 1 of those for sure, maybe even 2. Like, that might even be... All right, so I'm going to propose this. You tell me if something that we're not playing here needs to for sure come back in. I'll reduce it to the on-color stuff, and I'll be right back. What do we decide? I think I'm going to stick with the Flight over the Pack Beast. I feel like Pack Beast and Renewal are too low impact, and at least Woodshaper consistently replaces herself. And we do have some Convoke that is relevant. So that's what I'm thinking there. Let's call this. Obviously, has to have March in it, so... March of the what? We've got... we got some Woodshapers. March of... this is a lame name. Week! Whatever. Let's get playing. Mainly, I just like the naming to... somebody come up with a better name and I'll change it. But I like having unique names because it helps me with my creating video content afterwards and so on. March. Actually, here, since the bots kind of made us do this, let's just call it Forced March. That's better. Well, let's see what we can do with the Selesnya deck. A little slow because of the gates, but we have all our colors, so yeah, we'll keep this. If we find a basic for turn 2, we get to play a Dissident or a Recruit. Probably the Recruit. Be the one to start with. And what do we care least about here? Probably the Recluse. Thank you. Here I am. Ugh. By March, we hardly knew ya. March to the graveyard, more like it. Well, maybe they think it's far off and they don't need to worry about it, but I would assume that. I mean, if they let us keep the March, then it means they have like a stroke. Yeah, they don't have. They got to get rid of that. Hey, look, a Dimir deck. Playing Vicious Rumors though, so let's punish this Dimir deck for playing bad cards. They must be looking for land as well if they're going to put something as powerful as a Artful Takedown in their graveyard. Stroke does hit X-cost cards because they, while they are on the stack, they have a CMC equal to the plus X, you know? But in hand and in graveyard, the X is always 0. But on the stack is the one place where X is not 0 when you're considering CMC. So we'll flower here for our land drop. We'll go ahead and offer this while they have no creatures to put that counter upon. They know our hand anyway. Wah wah. It doesn't matter how bad Vicious Rumors is if opponent lands a Night Veil Predator. Hopefully we can find a way to make them trade that off, but obviously a big problem. Dump our hand here, though, and see how wide we can get. And I'm not going to give him the Spinal Centipede and a counter on the Predator, that's for sure. Yeah, it can. But I also feel like we need to be trying to pressure the Dimir deck, and I wasn't willing to say, oh, I don't want to trade because we have some Convoke, so I'm just going to immediately go into board stall mode. I wanted to say, nope, I'm going to offer trades and make you... Okay, we'll try and flourish our way to some value. Let's see, if we attack with Dissident, what are they going to do? They could put... They'd have to put Shade and Centipede in front, so the Dissident's a free attack, and so is the Fresh-Faced Recruit. Oh, no, it's not because of Adept, never mind. Do we want to let them... Are we okay with them putting the counter on the Predator if... I guess we just attack with a Dissident. We don't have... Yeah. Because we have the Flourish, I'm only going to send in the Dissident. Looks like they are excited to get that Predator big. It does increase the clock, right? As a 4 power at 16, it's a 4-swing win as opposed to 5. Or even 6, right? Yeah, so it shortens the clock quite a bit. Now there's not even an attack for the Dissident, so we're going to Wood Shape and look for help. Siege Worm fits the bill. And we can even cast it. See, who needed to worry about Convoke? We still had it. Now if we draw a basic land, I'm going to do a no-math Flourish and see what happens. That is not a basic land. And now... Trouble is... Yeah, we're going to be... Well, do we have to? You say we have to attack with Lifelinkers, but... What's the consequence if we... Oh, because they go... yeah, because they can do 2 unblockable. Yes, I do see what you're saying. So we have to attack with just 1, though, right? Because they get 2 unblockable. They can go unblockable, Shade, unblockable, Crab. Yeah, we need to gain 1. And trying to figure if we're attacking with the worm, what would they do? Then they could potentially block and trade for the worm, but we probably need that for the flourish. Let's do this alone, and then maybe they will get us to 1. And if they, go way low to get us to 1, maybe the flourish is enough. Again, I'm not even doing the math. Like, either the flourish is going to somehow be enough or it's not. Yeah, that's true. They might just win off of a basic land, attack, Shade, double pump. But this covers that as well, right? So hopefully 9 life is out of range. If any of you play digital Lords of Waterdeep, by the way, I play a lot of that. If anybody wants to start a game with me in digital Waterdeep, you can add me as a buddy. I'm Modo Godot on there, MODOGODOT. Played a lot of that this weekend. All right, what are they going to do? I play it on iPad, but I bet it's available on other platforms. I don't know. All right. Yeah, let's see. I basically play only base set plus Undermountain, and I prefer the long games, but Skullport I find not fun, and Undermountain I find incredibly fun. Oh, neat, it's on Steam? Gosh, I'll probably buy it on Steam. I wouldn't mind playing it on PC as well. One off? Oh, that's too bad. Clearly not enough, but, you know, maybe they'll misclick. Maybe they'll stroke out and we get the win that way. I certainly hope not. I don't wish death upon my opponents or medical issues. I'm just saying, there's always a chance. They could have blocked and killed the worm. They could have traded with the worm. That's why I didn't. I think it's just called Waterdeep. In the digital version, but the board game it's from is Lords of Waterdeep. It is based on D&D universe worlds, but it is ultimately a worker placement Euro style mid kind of you know, that now Euros are called Euro Light, Euro Mid, or Euro Heavy. It's kind of a Euro Mid. They'll never figure it out. But actually, if you're interested in playing and you want to, and that's appealing to you, also shoot me an email at goingoptimal@gmail.com. And what I'll do is, if I get a bunch of friend invites or just like try and friend me and then try and start a game with me and send me an email or whatever, or just send me an email and I'll coordinate. I'll set up a game for multiple view. You know, we can get a viewer game going if there's enough folks. Well, that stunk. It's almost like Selesnya's not that good. We got a decent Selesnya deck, though. That just got a little out of hand too quickly on us. I don't know. There's some... it's somewhere between Euro Light and Euro Mid, I guess I would say. Like, if you ask someone who, like... I just think of like, to me, Eurolight is like Catan or the railroad game, you know, or like Carcassonne. Those are the really simple ones. Ticket to Ride, thank you. I consider that the light end. And while Waterdeep might not be full mid, it's super deep. Like it's deep in ways that that the games I just mentioned are not. So maybe you can play it at a light level pretty easily, but it has the depth of a mid, is what I'm saying, I guess. All right, Dawn of Hope. I mean, Carcassonne farming is kind of deep, and because like farming adds some depth to Carcassonne, but like if you take farming out of Carcassonne, you can literally play it with a 3-year-old. And I have, and I did. I raised my kids, and one thing that's really nice about Carcassonne is that if you take away farmers, it's got no hidden information. So the nice thing about Carcassonne for younger kid is that you get to play everything face up and help them with. You get to prevent them from making terrible decisions. You know, you can make suggestions, observe, like, oh, that could go there or there. You know, like it's great to play no hidden information games with children, because then you get to help them out. All right, so companions after the stalwart is nice. If they don't come up with a good play here on turn 4, we get to at least send in. Oh, yeah, we just needed a land. We should get a land. We get to collar one of these culprits, and then it all works great. But we didn't, so we don't. And we cannot. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if we can play something, and then no, we just get their centaur though. All right, we'll centaur it. Darn it. That was a really great window for us to just draw a basic land here and collar one of these and then get in with a stalwart and a lifelinker. Really would have set up the rest of the game well, I think. As it is, not so much. Well, let's see. If we play Fresh Face Recruit, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can't Siege Worm and Fresh Face Recruit. So I'm going to go ahead and Siege Worm, though. Oh, sure, you find your 4th land. Although we've been doing pretty well for 3 lands, I'd say. Nothing but spiders over there. This is weak. And I don't want to attack yet, because if we just wait until we have 4 mana, we get also collar at instant speed to mess up their double blocks. So I'm just gonna be sad and max our mana and play this dude and say no attacks. Well, I guess we're going to call her that culprit. If we can find a land! Oh, sure. Sure, just show me that one. Just show me that one. We'll go... I guess we don't need Dawn of Hope yet. Do this. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. We are just one basic land away from utterly wrecking. If we just had 4 land from the get-go and replace any of these except maybe the collar with a basic land, and I think we've already got this game well in hand. Ugh. Sometimes this is what Magic does to you. So, late deck. Not out of it yet, though. We're going to color the Tristani. In fact, could do it at instant speed. And send in the Siege Worm and see how they block it. Except the trouble is they just have... Well, they might just put a... I'm going to send in the Siege Worm. It's a little bit of a risk. But I'm going to put Oppo to the test. There's a lot of ways we could collar culprits here to turn this into a blowout if they block. And it's kind of, yeah, okay, so if they come up with this block, then let's see, we want to kill one of these. So they blocked correctly. And they get the worst 1-for-1 we would get out of this. But we'll still take it. And that's great. I was going to say, our long game still looks pretty good here, so... and do we want to... Yeah, we'll just do this. I don't see any problem with offering this trade. Well, you never know, Queen, what someone's going to fall for in the old 01 bracket, and it wasn't a... The worst possible result is what we saw, which actually just wasn't that bad. That's why I did it. Now, though, I've been holding this out, you know, thinking that we might flourish eventually with some of this stuff going on. Patrol gives us blocks. Wood Shaper. I'm going to do Wood Shaper. I'm not worried about it. Like, guys, like, we had Dawn of Hope in hand. We have possible outs to this. Like, trading and getting into a stable board state is actually good for us here. We're just going to take over the long game if they don't come up with something very good very soon. So we just need some land. I should just be... I'm going to flower next time, I think, if we don't get there. We don't need Flourish to win. We can just Dawn plus March plus going super, super, super wide gets there eventually anyway. Let's see. Do we want to do anything? If we put... we can put these two here, and we don't need to, though. I'll just take this. That's fine. Can you... Land! No land. No land, you say. Alright, I'm gonna flower now. We gotta start getting land already. And Parhelion. I'm going to attack the recruit. They're not going to block, and we have a Woodshaper I'm happy to throw in front of the Wary Okapi or whatever. If Oppo is paying attention, they could actually figure out that I have specifically March of the Multitudes as being the only thing that would cause a action pause. Well, that's not true. There's the combat trick as well. Anything with instant convoke would do that, so there's others. Yeah, Pax Favor. But at the very least, they would identify that we have some sort of instant speed convoke in our hands. Okay, now we can drop Dawn and start making tokens. Or we can just do Woodshaper. I'm going to do Woodshaper and then see what's coming. Night of Autumn seems good. I might hold out hope on the Harpooner, though, and drop the Dawn with our remaining mana. Maybe they'll play a flyer next turn, and we'll be happy we kept that. And we're not really doing much attacking here, so... it's going in a long mode here. Guess that gives it an attack. But do I even care about that attack? Not enough to try and 2-for-1 myself just to stop 3 here. We'll just take it. We could gain 4 life and draw, but we don't need to do that. I'd rather just make a big thing. And there's nothing they have to naturalize. So yeah, we'll just make a big 4/3. And I'll leave up Dawn of Hope activation, but also life gain activation. So if we get, we could chump with the soldier and draw a card off that. We could also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could march for 7. Now that we have the mana up, I'm much more okay with doing this. Now, I could just do it this way, but I just kind of want to draw the card, I think. Maybe I don't need to do it that way. Actually, I'm going to do this and just offer that 1-for-1 and see if they want to do it. That's fine with me. Just make a token instead of drawing. Prey upon, you say. Well, we have a 4/3 that could do a number on this recluse. That seems like the best one for that. We could also Parhelion. If we attacked with the Parhelion Patrol, that would be risky because they could double block it. I think we're still in just... we're good here. We're just gonna make some tokens. Yes, I could crawl. Doesn't get toughness, unfortunately, so it would be a trade. Might be getting close to time to march. Could be right now even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We get to make 10 tokens. And then we could even do the harp, you know, get rid of something. Yeah, let's do it.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Harpooner is flying only, yes, but I'm saying we could make it big and then use Prey Upon with it. And now I guess we go ahead and put the whole, you know, we'll take 3 of these tokens out to get rid of this annoying flyer. Sorry, flyer blocker. I don't know, East, I thought that worked out all right. That was just the plan there. Yeah, the question is, do we need to bother with that play? Like, now we have attacks with the Parhelion Patrol such that I think I just want to prey upon the Recluse and start working that angle. Because we have enough on the ground to deal with this stuff, right? So I'm going to do that. Let's go prey upon Knight of Autumn and the one thing they have to stop flying. And then keep attacking with that until they do something about it. And then we can save the Harpooner because they might find a flyer to get up in the air against it. Although it seems like their flying defense is all in the form of spiders. Now we can start also suiciding in 1/1s to get cards. I think I like 3 here. And now, how about Shieldmate? I know, Dissident. And we're at 21. That's nice and healthy. I'm keeping up these as chumpers. If need be, we might not even do that. Just trying to win the long game here. Or make it a short one. Oh, I have to do math. All right. 7, 8. They can't block this, so it's 4. They're a virtual 20. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 times 3 is 21, so it looks good. But Flourish looks like it wins, so I'm just going to go with the whole thing where we win. If I did the math wrong, that's one thing, but I think I did the math right, and I think we just win. Heyo, Strength. How goes? Selling magic cards while I stream. I'm going to have to go and get some shipments ready after this. For those of you who don't know, I do have a small little store that you can go to. Hopefully, it's going to get bigger soon. I've got all the stuff just about set up to do some mass listing of cards. So I hope to blow up my store pretty big pretty soon. But in the meantime, it's another way to support me if I happen to have stuff you need. All right. 1 to the good, at least. Speaking of buying cards, with 150 people here and middle of the stream time, close middle end. Yes, Card Kingdom and I worked that out. I was very clear to let them know that I was selling cards in a little store situation, and asked if that was a concern for them, and we agreed that it was not, provided some stuff that we've worked out, so no big deal. But that being said, as you say, Card Kingdom is totally cool with me selling cards because they know I am not a threat to them. They know that they are truly the card kings. They have the best stock, they buy at the best prices, they sell at the lowest prices, they ship faster than anybody, as fast or faster than anybody, and they always include something really cool in the package. You get a token or something sweet. If you ever visit Seattle, you should check out one of their physical locations. Card Kingdom's flagship stores in the Seattle area, Mox Boarding House Bellevue and Mox Boarding House Seattle, are just destination spots for local gamers and traveling gamers alike. And yeah, they're exactly. They know I'm not doing much. Exactly. I have a little hut. I have a tiny. Don't worry about me. Let's worry about Card Kingdom, because again, not only that, it's great people too. I love all the employees and staff at Card Kingdom, and I'm so thrilled to be in a sponsorship relationship with them again, because they're good to the people they sponsor as well. So thank you, Card Kingdom, and let's jump in and see if we can run this up to 7. No, Fought Fools. That's exactly my store. My store is purely digital listing of singles. Looks like we can keep that. Since he asks, if you weren't streaming for our enjoyment but continuing to go optimally, would you be pressing to max out your GRN through rank draft as you are now, or just grinding out traditional RNA? I think I would be grinding out traditional RNA and focusing on where I already had the gem grind. That's what I'm thinking. But if I'd only been a 1-account person, we'd already be 4x'd on both, is the thing. And David Vero asks, pardon me if I missed it, but do you have an affiliate link on CK? And the answer is no, and that is a deliberate choice on Card Kingdom's part, because they sponsor a lot of great awesome content creators. And what they don't want you to do, what they don't want to do is put you in a position, David, of having to decide whether you're going to support, say, me or Loading Ready Run with your support of Card Kingdom. But if you do want to express your support with me while you're shopping at Card Kingdom, you can put Going Optimal in the comments, and they'll certainly know what that means. Yeah, exactly. Playing GRN is suboptimal relative to the gem grind we can get on the free-to-play account for playing RNA. But if they were both maxed out at 4x, then it would be more equivalent. Okay, back to this, though. We go Sworn Companions, we get Rosemane next turn, even if we don't draw a land. And that appeals to me, so I'm going to do it. But what you could do to support all of us in your comments is say, I love that you support Going Optimal, Loading Ready Run, and Command Zone. They are my favorites. You know, anytime, if you just put something there that lets them know that you appreciate their sponsors, their sponsoring, then that would be great. Wait, what did they do? Hold on. They went Never Happened, and they... What did I miss? Did they scry? Oh, wait. No, oh, sorry. They Notion Drain. Never mind. That's what happened. They Notion Drain. Got it. It's like, we didn't get anything stolen from our hand. Talkie missed the action. You know, Knight of Autumn hits just as hard as the Rosemane. And the Rosemane could then be cheaper next time. So I'm going to actually do that. And we get to attack with these two. Here comes the crab to laugh at us for playing Selesnya. No. Smells like a cover-up. What does that mean to us? We'll probably offer them the Okapi. Let's see, they could also have a Whisper Agent. If they drop a Whisper Agent and trade it for the Knight of Autumn, I could live with that. If they drop a Whisper Agent and eat a Soldier, I like that less. We could also just Siege Worm here, but Okapi, sorry. I do like learning to pronounce things correctly. Is it? But you didn't give me a stress syllable with your pronunciation guide there, Storm. Where do I emphasize? Is it Okapi? Okapi? Cop. Okapi. Oh, we already do something here. Let's see. I'm gonna offer them the Okapi because I think they might have. Actually, wait. Now I'm just gonna do this. Since they didn't seem to have it there, I'm going to try for this. Aha! It was Whisper Agent. Alright. Dowser, we get to Collar. And then we'll trade with everything else. Like, basically, I will send in everything, and if they want to eat a 1/1 lifelinker and take the rest, they can have it, and I'll trade. But I'm expecting to trade Knight of Autumn with the Whisper Agent here, and I'm cool with that. Watcher's good, but at least Rosemane attacks through it, and we'll be able to use these dudes to cast a Siege Worm. That was enough for Oppo. Another one to the good? Or is that our first one? No, it's another one. All right. Yeah, suck it, Demir. Taste the commune. Right back in. Here we go. I'll mention this again since we got fresh viewers and a nice viewer count here. Tomorrow is the early access preview stream for War of the Spark, in which streamers like me are sponsored by Wizards with a special account for the day that goes away at the end of the game. Don't get to keep anything, but you do get unlimited sealed deck and unlimited standard in War of the Spark. And we're going to start that tomorrow morning. 7 a.m., bright and early. I'm going to be on 2 hours earlier than I usually am so that we can get maximum value out of it. Because I'll probably have to stop streaming once my family comes home. So I want to start as early as possible. And we're going to learn a ton about the format tomorrow. Cincy, I don't think that's correct, right? I mean, it may be. Well, no, you say that, but like, it's kind of the correct thing to do. If you are paid, you should like pay, max it out. Or, hold on a second. Let me focus. Let's talk about that. Actually, bring up your joke again after this game, and I'll tell you what I was thinking. But I want to focus here. Or I'm going to screw up. Let's get this recruit out. I don't want to make this trade. Well, do I? I'm afraid of dazzling, so I'm not going to do it. Fortunately, nothing to be gained here. And they're just going to gain the life again. I'm going to attack. If I wasn't willing to block out of fear... I'm trying to pay attention if they have pauses here. Doesn't look like they do. I don't think they have dazzling, so maybe that would have been a safe block. But we're kind of a go-long Selesnya deck anyway. So a little bit of life gain here from Oppo isn't going to be the worst. But let's drop a Rose Mane here. Fresh-faced can't get through anyway. Not unhappy they took the turn to play a Locket here, but what are they going to do with it? Yeah, as we say, it looks like a Severed Strand situation. I think slow and steady and we'll get there. Let me make sure, what do we have? We have a Prey Upon that we wouldn't actually want to use. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's just do this. I'm going to go with the Patrol, I think. Although it doesn't... do all that much. Maybe Woodshaper is just better here. I think we're going to want Patrol eventually. It's just a better card. We'll take that. I'm still making my... Mikey asked me what I think of the set now that it's fully previewed, and I'm still making my way through it, and I'll have my way... I'm listening to the LR set review. Here's what I figured. People were asking me if I was going to do like a set review or something, and that just seems super redundant given how LR adjacent I am. Many of you watching right now are here because you're Limited Resources fans. So it doesn't feel right for me to repeat a bunch of what they're saying. But what I am doing is taking a careful note in my head of when I disagree with them at all, so that we can start taking a look as we play tomorrow. When I see cards that I wanted to make another point on or disagree with, then I'll discuss that then. That seems what would make sense to me. Okay, now we're gonna march into Flourish. Flourish seems like a good way to win some Magic games. They're tapped out now. Let's get the Siege Worm down. Throw a little full control in here to make it represent a trick of some kind. Price of Fame. Well, we don't have a trick to stop that. If we draw a land, we can Multitude for 6. That might be enough, given the double Flourish, to do while shields are down. But no. I'll go ahead and play the Patrol then. Now if we draw a land, we even get to 8, which seems really good. Hopefully they'll tap out for something on their turn that's not devastating. Certainly that's not devastating. I don't love it, but... All right. Kind of is them giving up their card that they got off the Notion Rain. So, just worried about counter magic. We can beat non-counter magic. So now do we want 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? So this is where we could do it for 6. We could march for 6 with shields down. Or we can patrol while shields are down and go for 7 or 8, even 8 creatures next turn. But I think that's excessive. I think the 6... I think we should just do it while the shields are down. Yeah, I'm going to do it for 6 while shields are down. I use Streamlabs. Now, if they have the Vapors, we need a Cry emote, but... Interesting, interesting. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go ahead and collar... Ooh. Let's see, 6, 7, 8. They block 2, 6 get through, times... Yeah, let's actually just do this. They get to eat one of them, but... Sure sets us up for a strong chance. Yeah, okay. Well, we know how this deck wins. Nice. Third win here. I'm going to keep going. It's a little afternoon. Normally I wrap up streaming by now, but we have a nice healthy audience, and fun Selesnya deck here, so we'll keep doing it. I'm going to get into the queue and go get a sweatshirt, though, because I'm chilly. I think a lot of pros are traveling to the Mythic Championship, so I'm sure I have a lot of viewers who don't have their favorite pro to watch streaming right now, in which case, glad you could hang out today. Thanks for putting me in the queue behind your favorites and hanging out. I love it. We're going to keep this. Valhalla, all the gifts. Thank you. Where's the rat burglars? Let's hear it. Also, this is my, just so you know, this is my, this is the last piece of swag I got at WotC. It's my team jacket.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar. Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
There they are. Thank you, Valhalla, for the flood of subs here.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
I'm going to hang on to this flower. We may draw the land we need naturally, and obviously if we can cast the Flourish after the March, it's been very good for us.
A rap burglar. Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Okay. Was expecting Boros, but looks like we are up against Izzet. That's pretty big, but we start to have some stuff for that with Rosemane. Like next turn we get... if we draw a land, next turn we can... Oh no, it can't prey upon that successfully. But at least Rosemane and the Urchin will bump at that point. Although if they play any instant or sorcery, then that doesn't work. Hey, we can make use of that. Let's bring that down to size and make things manageable again. Hey, Banana Jack, good to see you. Probably throw a chump. Throw one of these in front. Gain a life and... Man. Maybe we even try this. You like that? Are they doing first strike shenanigans? And if so, is that even a problem? Let's see. Maybe it's a problem. I guess I'm going to decline to try and get the Urchin, but we'll chump here. Rosemane could trade with the Cyclops, but let's just go... We'll do this. So... Yeah, I didn't quite catch that Ruid, so I wasn't able to make that determination. Also, doesn't stink to have these available as well. And then... Yeah, we're just going to have to take it. I'm gonna leave this. Are we blocking? We're taking 7 minimum, but if they haste something large, we could take. And if they play a, they draw a land. No, they have to pitch something, so it couldn't be like a Bargent. But it could be like a. The worst case would be like the boar. They play a hasty boar, and it becomes a 4/4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even that doesn't kill us. I think a hasty boar puts us to 1. So I'm actually going to be a little bold here and do that. Maybe I need to do this just to be sure we have a Vigor Spore Worm next turn. There's something to be said for that. The 1 seconds add up, though, and they truly want the games to be as fast as possible. But they could have a small pause that was... You know, we talked about that. Like, how much of a pause can we add without really disrupting our game length goals? All right, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be a little greedy, figuring that if we get there on this deck, it's going to be... Whoa. Oh, yeah. Wow. So they must really like their other spell to not come at us hard there. And might have to do some instant speed marching. Could also... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. Hate 2-for-1ing ourselves, but we may... Let's see, if we march here, then we only get 4. We get 4 tokens. We spend 2 of them on, like, a halberdier. This is the second. We busted out of another GRN earlier. March or Worm? Or do we bother with the Prey Upon... Or we could Prey Upon the halberdier. I mean, sorry, we can't Worm right now anyway. But setting up for it next turn. I'm going to Prey Upon the halberdier. 2-for-1 ourselves. And then chump. And we have Vigor Spore next turn. All right. Is this... Okay, it is there. They did a weird shuffle thing where I was suddenly no longer sure. Okay, yeah, we'll do the... only 1 creature in the yard, so this becomes a 2/1. Be nice if we could get that to 3 and make an actual threat we could attack with, but nah, we'll try and see if we can get this through. Not worth sacrificing that to get 2 life. Not great, Bob. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. However, I think we get him with a nice surprise next turn with no blocks. If we find a untapped land, that would be good too. So I'm just going to take all this. We'll try and get him with a surprising number of life linkers. No, they won't have the gate. No gates in War of the Spark. hey, you can play free-to-play or play money. In fact, RS on my stream, we play primarily on 2 accounts. One that we play as though we have more time than money, and the other we play as though we have more money than time. And we're currently on the more money than time account, but we mostly play on our more time than money account, where we try to get as much drafting as we can for no money. Yeah, and if you are looking to learn to play, it's a great place to do it because you can do it for free. For legit free. Alright, good news, we've gotten him to kind of go all in on this turn, and we get to respond here. One, two, three, so we have a 5x. Actually, we could afford to... This takes us to 5, and then we go to 1, and then we'd have more for the crackback, where we could attack for 12 lifelink. Oh, trample, thank you. Yeah. Let's see. So we gotta go like this, and like this, and then we get 3 to go to 6, and this tramples, and we don't die. So we gotta do it this way. I suppose I could have put them all and tried to kill the Piston Fist, but I feel like that was a good turn for us of stabilization. Now I'm gonna just try I'm actually gonna try the Wood Shaper here. And which one of these beauties do we want? They don't have a flyer. None of these trade with a Piston Fist, but Parhelion probably correct here. And let's get a little life back. Yeah, I like attacking with exactly 2. Keep us a chump, but get us in for some life, allowing us to potentially even take an Urchin attack. Too bad this doesn't give vigilance as well. I know that's being greedy. At least the patrol has vigilance, though, and we'll gain enough life that it'll be fine. So let's do this. The worm has turned, as my mother-in-law would say during cribbage. So the whelp gets one of these if they want it, but we get to embiggen the other one and cast an Equinaut. I guess they get a free block on it, but if they keep sending... Well, I guess they're not, though. Let's back this off and just say no attacks. Play that. Oh, did I just miss lethal? Sorry, all. I forgot what their life total was at. I've mentioned this before. One of my biggest leaks is I get board control focused and then can miss lethal like that. Sorry. Hopefully it will work out next turn, but that was dumb. And then we go, let's do this and this. Not Miss Lethal extended BM. Oh man, well then I deserve to be what's his name, trotting towards the end zone with the football and waiting for the guy to knock it out of my hand right before we get there. You can punt me for missing lethal. I don't mind that. Keep me honest. If our friend Dionysus was here, he'd be freaking out that you all aren't holding me to account on that. Dionysus thanks you. Free punt, but the punt was real. Gotta like free punts, though. Ah, since he's posting the reminder, because I had something I was going to say about that. Thank you. So since he was saying, kind of joked at, like, why don't you just use all your gems on packs so that you get towards the gem grind faster? And what I wanted to mention is that, our free-to-play account managed to basically... Hey, thank you for the sub, RS. The free-to-play account managed to get a complete playset of RNA through steady 60% win rate play throughout the season. And so probably we can do that again for War, right? I'm expecting that at the end of War, we'll also have ground close to a complete set. But if this were, if we were combining paid and free, what you could do, like if you were a 60% win rate player and had some money, when the new set comes out, sure, go ahead and buy $100 worth of gems, buy a bunch of packs, open them all, and go ahead and like actually 4x the new set or come close, basically dump $100 into the new set and get it close to full. You'll 4x it pretty quickly. And then you're going to have standard out of the gate. And then what you do, basically, by investing some money into the free-to-play account, we could say instead of trying to build towards the set by the end of the cycle, what we do is we land in a new set, and we have so many wild cards that we just craft the new set, and then we spend the rest of that cycle building up wild cards and gems so that when we start the next set, we do that again. And so that's a way to, if you have the win rate and a desire to play both standard and limited, and you have some money, you can go ahead and do a big upfront investment in the game so that what you're doing is using your grinding skills and the knowledge of the economy and the economic systems to make your play free all into the future and with a complete set of standard from day one, basically. So yes, if you were joking, Cincy, but if you are going to spend money, it's a worthwhile thing to go ahead and say, yeah, let's get this set up so that I'm basically starting out each set with a 4x and then spending the rest of the cycle earning gold and gems for doing it again the next time. All right, back in. All right. Oh, thank you, Fiddles. I saw that RS subbed, and I was like, cool, we really got him. Shows up and jumps right in with the sub. It was a gifted sub, but again, great. Maybe that will convince our new friend to come hang with us more as we learn how to value our way through MTG Arena. I did, although it was a joke, a Magic Online joke, as you can see with this. Land, land, land. We'll flower if we don't find one. All right, we found one. That's much better. I am not gonna offer the. They're never blocking, right? If Boros wants to trade with my shield mate, I should take it happily, and they're not gonna block. So take the 2 damage for crying out loud. All right, now we're gonna have to go for a land and then maybe power out that centaur. They didn't block before. Kind of expecting them not to block again, but also want to cast the. You could prey upon. Fresh-faced and attack. I don't want to get this Rosemane down, though. All right, I'm going to do it again. Again, if Boros wants to block, that's got to be good for us. If they do, then I'll just play the Fresh-faced Recruit, and it won't be that bad. But they didn't, so we get to Rosemane. Geezy, people don't read. I don't, you know. You'd be amazed at how unknown something like a classic like that could be in the general population. It's not like it's something that Americans would study in college, but not in high school. I think you'll get Americans fully aware of classics that they are inevitably study in high school, but I don't think Waiting for Godot is such a play, you know? What do we care about? I'm just figuring out where we want to put this prey upon. I guess just the Guardian. Prey upon the Guardian. Although we could Wood Shaper. Yeah, we'll prey upon and Fresh Face. That's fine. Huh. Interesting. Would not have predicted Waiting for Godot was high school material in the US, but there you go. I should have just left the Recluse back. I will next time. It just holds off so much of their options. I'm going to put the Shield Mate in front, because if they have +3/+0 first strike, I'd rather lose the Shield Mate and not the Centaur. Might of the Masses. Nice to have in the old back pocket. Let's see what we find with the Wood Shaper. Yeah. I'm going to send in the Centaur. If they double block, we get a Might blowout. Or if they, yeah, we'll take a 2-for-1 on the Might. Just chumping. Well, if they'd made you read it in high school, you would have, Banana Jack. Yeah, I could have. I didn't talk to it, but I guess I could have attacked with a Recruit there. We would have happily taken a block there. Having this mass ready is fantastic, this Might. Okay. This worked last time. Although this is... yeah, that's fine. Not going to bother with an attack this time. Just going to get the flight down and see if that's enough. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is an 8, so we can do this and even have the centaur still up. So let's do that. Oh, did I miss lethal again? I'm so bad. But, how would it be? Let's see, we have... yeah, it would have been just lethal. I think we should still get him here. Feels close. I just love Magic so much I prefer to keep playing, apparently. That's not bad, but if they go hard here, we should be able to win next turn. They go to 12 off the lifelink. And have 2 blockers. Well, let's see what the math looks like. Night of Autumn could do some stuff, but if they block this and this on the ground, then we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so I think we have the win, and we'll put the Night of Autumn out to add to that. And we'll go ahead and destroy this enchantment. Is there anything I'm not thinking of for any colored at 1 mana? I don't think so. Oh! I still tried to screw it up. What the heck? Oh no, it did. It worked. Wait, did that? This didn't get blocked, did it? Anyway, that was weird. That was weird. I got a visual thing there for a second that made me thought I'd completely punted that heavily. Rare, not bad. And we'll throw this on the pile of rares. This is the account that does not have the 4x of RNA. The way I've been splitting my accounts has led to the fact that the paid account has complete set of GRN and the free-to-play has a complete set of RNA. So we're really going to try and keep the free-to-play account gathering complete sets moving forward. Oh yeah, it was just first strike. Okay, that makes sense. It's like, what is going on? Well, we open on a loss, right? Nice rattle off of some wins here. Yeah, Momir is like, every time it comes up, I play it once, and then I'm never like, oh, I gotta get back and play some more of that Momir. Just, it's fine. But it's also, it's like, you have to win 4 times to break even, and it's a coin flip matchup, so I don't like that part of it either, as someone who has advantages in win percentage elsewhere. If this were a forest, we would still mulligan. All of our big stuff, none of our early game. We're going to have to keep this and find something early. Get rid of that. Yeah, it'd make more sense. I would play a ton of... that's a great point, Cincy. Like, if you're coin flipping and the lack of EV is just staring you right in the face when you play it. We'll take a no-value Harpooner to get a 3-power creature on board on turn 2. Nice to find a 3-drop creature that we can use to power out Rosemane. Maybe the sorcery that creates 2 1/1s. That would be nice. I was hoping we might get a clean shot in with our 3/2, but is not to be. I'm going to go ahead and flourish now, so that if we do not draw... Or sorry, flower now, so that if we do not draw a land next turn, we can still get these Rosemanes going. And no real care about green or white in this situation. Yeah, that's a great point, Cincy, and I'm going to actually make a point to mention that to my former WotC peeps next time I'm in contact. That Momir seems perfectly positioned to be a free-to-enter type event. Risk factor can be scary, but it's 8 damage for 2 cards, and if you can build up a board, it's not so scary. That's a tough problem to solve, actually, Sirtemi. I feel you, but I actually don't even know how I'd solve that, as I think about it. Here we can go Recluse and tap everything for another Rosemane. I like that. Wait a second, though. Deciding if I want to offer Patrol for Rosemane. Patrol for Rosemane isn't great. I'm going to say no. We'll follow the plan here. Basic land off the top allows us to Vigor Spore for no value, but still, 6/4, not bad. 2 for 1ing yourself on there, also fine with me. That actually just made me feel much better about our long-term chances here. No worm for us, but clean Centaur attacks, or they look clean. I worry about the false positives, though, is one thing, Sirtemi. There's sometimes people actually thinking about stuff, and new player, you know, you do some punishment of new players with that on some level. But maybe it'd be worth it. No land for the worm, but we found a wood shaper. I guess now we are on the trade for patrol plan. Sending in everything makes sense here, except for the recluse. Looks good. I do agree that with a reporting structure, with better reporting, you get to track people over time and start to separate the new player genuinely struggling or the streamer genuinely talking versus, this player does this literally every time. They're kind of a jerk. Yeah, big flyer. Yeah, not me per se, but you know what I'm saying, that in general, you could harm someone who was being legit. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. So we can attack with both centaurs, and if they want to trade for one, we still get the flight. And we'll go ahead and take out the biggest thing, even though it's not vigilant. Yeah, Fnatic grew the I'm going to make you wait to win is annoying, but certainly better than the 10 minutes Magic Online imposed. Alright, got there. And fortunately, I also feel that this doesn't happen too much. Like, mostly humanity is managing to contain their tilt. Alright. Chatting away, and we've somehow marched right up to 6 wins. Looking for a 7th. Yeah, I have not played any Mythic Constructed. I suppose up there everybody's looking for every edge the system potentially gives them, in which case, yeah, they could look longer term at a system like that. I'd say green has already done it today. I don't know if it's going to 7 win, but heck, 6 wins with Selesnya is thumbs up. This is alright. Need some land, but it's a good start. We'll show him this first, maybe. Here comes Dimir, though. Oh, Boros. Make him think we're Boros. Yeah, that stinks. I can see why it would be a higher priority for you. Like, I haven't thought about it much because it's not a big penalty for me. We could prey upon the Hunted Witness, but Boros Challenger has to... If they want to mentor, send in a 1-1 into a Sunhome Stalwart anyway, so we're just going to play it cool here. Try and get a 4-4 on 4 with the Centaur. Huh, nice play. Rarely see the 10th District Guard do much, but it was a wonderful play for Oppo right here. Very good. Hopefully the Rosemane will still create a big enough body to cause a problem, but if Oppo has removal this could get on the ugly side. Just making sure we want to do that play. Yeah, we do. It doesn't have vigilance, so it can't attack. All right, this is a big turn. These are the turns that decide games. Do they have the removal for the centaur or not? And it's also why removal is so prized. If that was a pacifism for the centaur. Ooh, what is that about? Do we really get lunch? Wait. What am I missing? 1 red mana in this format? I'm looking it up, but somebody tell me if they can think of anything. Colors, red, type, instant, CMC 1. Thank you. Integrity, intervention. That's got to be it, right? So they didn't have pacifism, but it sounds like they have integrity, intervention. In which case, let's at least put it on the witness for a 2-for-1, right? Or a 1.5-for-1. Well, we got to block. We can't just sit here and take these attacks. So that's a benefit of taking a pause and saying, wait. What are they doing? And then figuring that out. And at least getting your trade there. Now we can do... not much, actually. Unfortunately. Let's Wood Shaper. And again, I'll go into Patrol over a second Wood Shaper. 2/3 is a good blocker against Boros often, although this Challenger's challenging. We're going to have to throw a double block on the Challenger if it goes up to 3 and attempts to Mentor. There are many differences between digital and paper Magic, and you don't say to yourself, well, I'm going to hold myself to a standard of doing things that are available to me in paper Magic only. That's just silly. So there's just a different game. Unfortunately, you can't color much here. Going to drop a Patrol and see about preying upon something. We got to prey upon something. And also, in paper, can you bring notes? I forget what the paper rules are about what kind of notes you're allowed to have next to you. But I think you're allowed... You could just write down a list of all the cheap instants in a format and just have that list next to you. Yeah. No, check them between games. I mean, some people in chat came up with it without looking. Anyway, point is, no, it's not cheating to use the tools available to you. No attacks. Just trying to decide if we're prey uponing this little 1/1. I don't think it does much for us to do that. Maybe it is to do it on a district guard. I'm going to do this. We'll do this. Reduce their number of creatures while we can. I could have saved that for like trying to get a Vigor Spore down and doing it on like the Challenger or whatever. But yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Like you just can't let Boros sit there with creatures like that. And is it just deads? 1 life. Well, we can gain some life and play 2 creatures, so we got to do that. Although we could collar now as well, but then no, we have to gain life or we're just super dead. So we do this and this and this. Yeah, I'm sure your opponent feels all self-righteous because they're punishing you for playing such a horrible deck like Teferi Clear the Mind, you know, or whatever they're doing to justify their behavior to themselves. All right. Can we... Nah, we're so toasty toast. We should chump... and try and trade. Collar. Gotta take 1. I'm just trying to figure out where we split up, where the double block goes. Trouble is this True Fire Captain, right? We don't really have a way to win through this True Fire Captain, but I guess we'll let that through. And we double block like here and chump. Anyway, double block here and here. I don't think this matters, by the way, folks, but I don't know what we could. I don't think there's anything we can draw here that gets us out of it. But I'm trying to be thorough. We need this to be 4 toughness. Or we need specifically March of the Multitudes to create chumps. Yeah, this looks real bad. We get 1 more shot at a 7 win, I think. Red deck wins, white weenie, and mono blue? You mean the 3 decks that I play? Yeah, we're deader than dead. Alright, well, again, already happy at 6 wins with the old Selesnya deck, but we weren't getting anywhere with that one. If we can win this last one, though, we also go to gold, because we're 2 slots away from that. So here we go. It ends here one way or another. Yeah, we'll keep this. Got a couple of our big spells that we don't quite want yet, but we have all of our land that we, 3 lands, both our colors, and a stalwart on 2, so we're going to keep that. Banrat kind of gets a free attack on us here, but then we get to prey upon it, so nice. Alright, and they don't even have a 2. Oh. They could have had +1, +0 in first strike. In fact, they probably do. It's probably a sign they have that, so we should start playing around that. I was forgetting about my own first strike, but the fact that they attacked into it should be a pretty strong signal to us about +3, +0 in first strike. Was there a pause? I didn't notice there. I wasn't looking for pauses, so I don't know if that happened or not. Well, we got all our big stuff. We need some lands or action. Like, most of our draws are good here. Not the greatest draw, but again, it's something. I suppose it would have been okay to even block if they had the Sure Strike, because then it's still a 2-for-1. Probably just should have blocked. But I wasn't thinking about my own first strike, and I was just being paranoid about my stalwart, honestly. Could be deal 2 damage to attacker or blocker that will mess with the stalwart, but we're going to give it a try. This is very concerning, though. Like, what is going on here? But I don't think this sets up for... I just want to get 2-for-1. Do you know? If they have something they are going to 1-for-1, okay. I just want to get 2-for-1. Like so. Well, I guess we play what we've got. We don't really have an attack, though, unless we want to bluff, and I'm not inclined to do that here. Where's our Cosmotronic Wave? That would be a bad spell to draw, since we can't cast it in this deck. It puts us down to 1 creature, but we can convoke out the Siege Worm here. I'm going to do it. Boros flooding a bit is good for us. Oppo probably none too pleased with this situation, though. Let's see if this Skyline Scout flies. Sure feels like Sure Strike, doesn't it? So 9, 10, 11, 12. Going to 2 seems rough. So I guess we got to do it. I mean, we knew we thought they had it, so if we do this, and we can get the Equinauts up in the sky. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it's 2 damage. Maybe we just get to keep a worm. Maybe they just think they can't win if it goes long, and they're just trying to get it before we stabilize too much. Worm allows us to... let's just get the flyer out, though, yeah? 6, 7, 8, so we can keep 2 of our big things up and still get this out. But we're going to stay back. They could be playing to a Cosmotronic Wave. You know, they're just trying to get within wave range and then hope that they can win on that. Now we'll go Worm. Equinaut? Not attacking with anything else right now. Really nervous about my life total and the possible loss to a Cosmotronic Wave. So we want to use the life linkers created by this to get out of low life total range if we can. Mentoring the recruit. Yeah, maybe that could have... Yeah, maybe that would have been a better line. I just took this safe, easy attack we had in the air here. And now, this is great. We get... I'm going to leave everybody back except the Equinauts, and then we have the big march coming. Although maybe that was another place where I had lethal if I just looked a little more closely, but I'm also trying to not bog down too much in this and see if we can just go with this plan of Multitude getting us there. Cosmo kills us here, so Cosmotronic Wave is GG. And with the way Oppos play, I feel like they probably have it. And they're just waiting to BM us or something. Probably not, though. No, because Cosmo just says our stuff can't block. Because if they say your stuff can't block and I make new stuff, can the new stuff block? I'm not even sure. If the new stuff blocks, then great. Okay, cool. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 for an X of 9. I wanted the lifelink. I was going to block with my lifelinkers. Yeah, I'm not sure if there was a better or worse there, but that was my thought. Like, block with our lifelinkers. All right. Selesnya for the 7. Not bad, not bad. And I got more than 150 viewers. How am I supposed to leave when I got a nice clip like this? I guess we'll have to play something. But super sweet to claim this 7-win prize. 950 gems. I don't have any advice on free-to-play Eternal just because I haven't really studied their economy. And it's really, you know, understanding how to approach free-to-play is really understanding a game's economy deeply.